Yeah,
very true.
Great answer. Thank you for that. I'll give it to Chris.
Yeah, so I want to switch gears to I'd say another general football topic. It's constantly in the news. It was one of the things you pioneered, the VAR. One of the great introductions into our game. It's, saved many, offsides goals that would have otherwise gone uncalled in the past. But at the same time, there's a lot of controversy around it. Often they're drawing lines on offsides when they don't have the correct angle, and you've seen it. I'm sure I don't need to explain it to you. You've seen the head scratchers at times. So my question is, as someone who worked hard to pioneer the VAR and make an improvement into the game, what is your take on not only its use in Portugal, but I guess its use in Portugal and its use overall currently?
Look, I need to tell you one thing. When I spoke with UEFA and FIFA regarding a lot of subjects in football, some teams first it was not first, because all the subjects were always in the
Oh, is it me or did we lose him? I think we lost him.
I think he's frozen. Yeah.
Let's give him a second. Maybe he'll come back.
I'm glad it wasn't me for once.
Maybe you can refresh only his side now.
Are we back yet? Are we good? Okay.
I want to switch.
I don't know how to take it from here.
Switch gears.
We could. Alexandre, what did you think of VAR? What do you think of it as a whole in general?
Well, I think the VAR is a huge contribution to modern football. I think it was a long time overdue for sure. But we can't forget one very important thing. The VAR doesn't solve every problem, okay? And there's a phenomenon which we can observe nowadays, is that, as we all know, VAR is operated by people. It's operated by referees, okay? So if the people operating VAR make a mistake, that mistake will reflect itself on the game. On the unfolding of the game. So of course the VR is very important, but it won't solve alone all the problems. So I think where we have to put our energies, all the competent entities and all the football bodies have to put their energy on the formation, on getting the people and give them proper VAR education. That's exactly what it is. So all the rules regarding the system, the operating the system, how to make it swifter, how to make it truly compatible with the three guys and the fourth guy that are on the pitch at the same time, and making all things run as smoothly as possible. So we have to keep this in mind, and don't think that this is a done job, a done project. It's not, okay? It's dynamic. It's still evolving. It has a lot of room for improvement. So I think that people should be more concentrated on this part and not as much in what I can only call the football politics, soccer politics. We know there's a lot of backstage influence going on. Okay, it is what it is. So as long as we don't focus ourselves in trying to better the system, trying to make it as perfect as it can be, it will always have some problem. Okay, but I think we can now state with humongous dose of certainty that it's been a huge contribution. As you, Christian, were just saying, a lot of offsides that previously would be given as wrong now can have the opportunity to be corrected during the game. Penalty kicks that were scored or not scored, and that can be they can be corrected. So we've narrowed the margin of error, and I think that's a hell of a strong point that we have to give worth. But there's still a long way to go in what the rules of football is concerned, and all the things around it that can be improved. There's still a long way to go. So this was a very important thing, but there are many rules regarding. There's one thing, because we were talking about COVID. There's one thing that this pandemic already brought us, and it was thing that we were already claiming, which was a change in the substitution rules. We were limited to 3. I think that this change that the pandemic brought us for the increasing to 5 substitutions, I think it's a rule that should stay even after the pandemic. I think it makes all the sense, and I don't see any significant factor, any significant reason why we should go back and put in force the original rules. So and like this example, there's so many others that we have to keep working in and keep evolving it. The sport should evolve like everything else in life.
I guess I want to follow that up. Do you think that, do you think we'll ever get to a point where we're like in rugby, we hear the audio, or they're more transparent? I'm just wondering what you think the future looks like, and if we can ever get to this point where, it's as transparent as it can be.
I think that the rugby issue is very pertinent. Oh, I think we have Bruno back. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, but my daughter thought that it was more important for me to talk to her, and she unplugged the computer. So I don't know if I'm interrupting someone.
I think we can't hear you properly.
You're a little, yeah.
Network is fluctuating.
Here it is. Okay.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
We're good. We're good.
So I'm interrupting someone. Alex, did you answer the question?
I answered my part, but you were stating your view.
So yeah. I will say one thing. I think that when people think about the things, they try every time to understand how they can maintain the power of things. What I'm trying to say is, when I spoke with UEFA and FIFA, I told that it was very important to end the third-party ownership, but it was very important also for them to create the rule for economical societies can enter football. The problem is going to be that if they couldn't buy players, the bad fans, they will buy the clubs. They didn't listen. And now you have the same people as owners of clubs. The technology of the VAR, I said that it was very, very important for the people can listen what the referees were talking to each other. And here in the stadium, in the sporting stadium in José Alvalade, a board member of the international board. So it is the top of football. The top of football, it's not UEFA, it's not FIFA, it is the international board, as you know. And the guy told, no, it's possible to listen it's possible. And our president of the Portuguese Federation said, no, 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 it's not. So the Portuguese president of the Portuguese Federation of Football wanted to know better than the board member of the international board. So they said no. And the guy said, no, it's possible. And you tell me what this can help to listen to people, what this can help. Okay, there's everything in life we need to learn. And this is a new technology, and people need to learn how to work with it, because the technology, it's not a problem. Every time it is the people that use the technology that can be the problem or can be the solution. The technology, it is just a way of doing things, and very good way. And I hope it's a point of no return, that we will not lose this opportunity because of bad people handling the technology. The problem is when you don't want to listen what they are saying, people will try to make an explanation. I want to understand things in my life. I don't want people just saying to me yes or no. I want to understand. It was the way that I was raised. You need to understand for yourself. Maybe it is a problem, as I spoke. Maybe my generation wants to understand, and the new generation only wants to listen yes or no. But the question is, why not? Why it is a problem for us to listen what they are speaking? If one made a decision and the other one says, no, I think it's not a good decision, let's listen. And if people listen, they can understand what is going on, and they can understand some mistakes, and they can understand that they are mistakes and not problems about, because it's what people think, corruption. So why we don't adopt what is something that even the international board said it is possible, but every national federation needs to say something. I don't think that listen to people saying that. Not all the stadiums can have the technology to listen what they are saying. This is not good, because they ask so many things. When I was president, they asked so many things in the stadium. We had to pay a lot of things in the stadium. It's not a problem to have a speaker that we can listen of what is going on. So my question is not about the technology, it's why people want to have the technology but have the same power. And the power it is for only them to know what is happening. Only they can listen to people. Regular people cannot listen. And if you see, it was very easy. It's very simple. It's only regarding listening to people. What this is not nuclear fission. This is not something very strange. It's only to listen. And if you listen, people will be, it's not a question of afraid, but people will be more responsible for what they are saying. I will give you an example. When we were, before the program, we were speaking. We were correctly speaking to each other, but we could say things if nobody's listening. And if we knew each other for a lot of years, we can say stupid things to each other. Things that we will not say in public, not because we are bad people or good people, but because we have a more big responsibility when we know that people are listening to us. And the question regarding the technology is why they don't put for the general public in the TV and in the stadiums of what they are speaking. This will increase the responsibility of people that are speaking, because they understand that everybody is listening and that everybody wants to understand the decision. Of course, this will be very good to improve what it is, their decisions. And only if you don't know nothing about life, because you can't Google it. How to live your life? Of course, you can Google it, but there is no good subject about this. I was in the construction business for a lot of years. And in the end of the construction, every time a problem, because you get the painter and the painter will put paint in the floor, and the guy from the floor will be mad and come and put some oil in the walls, and the guy from so everybody was not helping everybody. Everybody was not making a common effort to end. And what did I make? I said, okay, people, let's change the rule. Now I decide when people enter in the work. And every time someone makes a delay on the other one, I will put a fine of 10%. And imagine the work start to finish. Nobody had problem. Of course, there was little problems, but I saw the paint guys helping the man from the floor, helping the man from the pladur, helping the electrician guy. Everybody was helping everybody. And why? Because they had a responsibility, as not only regarding what they were doing, but regarding all. And this is the problem of the technology. The technology needs to be working for football, not to be working for the people in charge of football. And until they understand that it was so easy, of course, you can say to me, Christian, but it's only a question of listening. Maybe we need to change some rules in the protocol. Maybe, of course, everything can be improved. But one thing that is very, very simple, to finish with the suspicion, to finish with the thoughts of people if we are making a mistake or if we are making a corrupt decision. And that it's very easy. It's putting the words loud for everybody to listen and to understand what is happening. And even when the referees made a mistake, people will understand why. People will understand what was the problem, what was the decision. This is very easy, but in football, nothing is easy, because everything it is power, because power is money. And football, it's not like people invented him some centuries ago. Now it is an industry and it is money. It was like Alexandre saying that the government, not this one, I think that all the governments are making some politics about pandemic and not regarding the pandemic. Everything it is politics. It's not regarding pandemic. It's our life, it is politics. They decide if we go left or right regarding the way they think and what they want. It's not what we want, it's what they want. And in football, it is the same. And I need to tell you that I had a very bad idea about the international board. And in the middle of the 5 years I was there, maybe in the third year, there was some big changes in the international board. And one of the biggest change, it was, it started to appear people with less than 150 years old. When I came to football, everybody in the international board, the members, had 150, 200 years old. It's true. It's true. It was a miracle of science because they were alive. but they were sleeping, but they were alive. Now I saw people with 30, 40 years old, and I said, oh, how this is possible? People alive and speaking and not sleeping, and wow, I was astonished. It was amazing. And football started to change. Of course, it's not a problem regarding age. It is a problem of having the strength. I'm very happy to have a father that is 19 years old, and every day he teaches me things that it was impossible for me to know because I don't have his age. I didn't live what he lived. But of course I have more strength. He's 19 years old. Mm-hmm. He's very good for his age. Of course he is. He's very good in his mind. Of course he is. He has the strength to change the world he wants. He don't have. So one of the good things about the international board, it changed. And it changed when we started to put not 20 years old people, but 40, 50. That was very important. And they come and say, enough is enough. What is the problem? The problem about referees? Okay, let's implement a new technology. No, yes, we are going to make. What is the problem? There is a problem. Let's go. Let's try. What was the problem? It was the people that has 150 to 200 years old. That was in the international board. Now with the pandemics, there is no one in the stadiums. But that guys passed to the lounge, the VIP lounge in the stadiums, and seeing the games and being called as general, colonel, doctor, engineer, and the man of football. The problem it is in the national soccer responsible teams, you still have the people with 150, 200 years old. Some not about age, but regarding minds, and all about to have the control, to have the power, to win the money. And that is the real problem. The technology, very simple. Protocols can be changed and can be a little bit improved. But the main problem it is people don't want everything to be clear, because if Christian, Sam, and Danny, if you know the same thing that I know regarding anything, I will lose the control. So I will say to you that I will teach you, but I will never teach you all that I know. Because if I teach you all, I will lose the control. If I lose the control, I lose the money. Everybody thinks that I said everything that I knew about soccer. That I said, because I said so many things that were true. But believe me, I didn't told half. Because the day I tell, I will lose the control. And I need to have a control. After what they made to me, I need to have the control. So if I think like this, imagine the people that are not strong about their I told you that I had a problem with the Google generation. I have also a problem regarding the generation that it's not a Google generation, but is the non-competent generation. What I'm telling it is, if you are competent, if you are clever, if you know what you are saying, you don't have problems to tell people, to speak, to learn, to teach. When you are a mediocre people, when you don't have the knowledge, but you want to have the power, you need to rule in a world of mediocre people. So you are going to level people to your level. It's to make like this, go down. And the problem is in the world, it is there is not a lot of people that say, no, let's put high. And now let's put everybody into a higher position, into a higher situation, higher knowledge, higher awareness, highest thoughts, ideas. No. Everybody's pulling us down to say, no. I am stupid, but I need to be king, so I need everybody to be stupid. And if you try to say, no, let's go. The world is this. You need to aim higher. You are a populist and a demagogue. Every time. Of course, there are stupid people, and there are people that are demagogues, and there are people that are populists, and there are people that wants to manipulate people, of course. But there are people that not only wants to put the scale up and want himself to be better and the peoples to be better. Every time what society makes, they put you a target in your head and they will shoot. Because people don't want to feel what they really are. And people, unfortunately, think when you think that you know a lot and that you don't need to learn nothing, it's the first step for you to understand that you don't know nothing. And for me, it is a problem because for me, I learned that we need to aim for higher goals. You need to respect the people that know things and you need to improve yourself every day. I need to understand that it's not the common way to live. People don't want to live. People want to survive. And in football, the technology that you mentioned, Christian, was not to evolve. It was to survive. They didn't want the technology. They told me in my face, you will never see this technology in football. You will never see. And I said, I will. They said, no, you are not. And they told me in FIFA and UEFA. The guy in charge in FIFA today told me in my face, never. You will never see this technology. They didn't put because they believe in her. They didn't put because they want to evolve. They put it because they wanted to survive. And why? Because Platini and Blatter was in a scandal. And they need to be different. And everybody say, whoa, technology, I'm a fan. And people say, this guy is good for football. This guy. And they say, I don't like the technology, but I don't care. I need to survive. Technology. Wow, amazing. I will tell you one thing. I don't know if I told to someone, but I think yes, but maybe one time in my life. When I went to speak with Platini, I went to UEFA, Platini was not there, and then it was very interesting to speak with me personally, and he invited me to go there a second time. But he invited me and Fernando Gomes, the president of the Portuguese Federation. Yeah. And Fernando Gomes, all the meeting, was laughing in my face regarding the VAR technology. Never. And then I saw him in our stadium saying, Portugal will be one of the first to implement something that I believe a lot. And I said, you believe a lot. So happy. It's something, he believed it a lot. It's a lot. You need to understand. I was 2 hours with Platini, 2-3 hours, and Fernando Gomes every second laughing, looking to Platini. He's a crazy guy. The VAR technology, never in life. No, never. Then, but why? Did he see the light? Yes. If we see that there is one club in Portugal that is connected with the light, I need to say that Fernando saw the light, but saw the light not regarding VAR. He saw the light after he coming out from Porto in the highway. It was a very big truck, and he saw the light. No, you saw what I made. It was for nobody to understand what I said. It was the truck and the light of Fernando coming up from the highway in Porto. Porto, the city, of course, not the club.
The city, of course.
Of course. Everybody is understanding. So the question it was, they wanted to survive. Christian, they don't want to improve. Because when they improve, you will see in football one thing that they are afraid, that is competence. You will start to speak about, no, this guy is very good in what he's doing. This guy is very competent. This guy has the skills. No. They don't want. They want to have the power. And for them to have the power, it is to have the information. I don't want to give you because I want to have the power, not because I'm competent, not because I have good skills, not because I'm the best, but because I can. Not because I should. It's because I can. I'm the boss. And this is very, I think, 50th century mind. And we are in 21st century, but not in soccer. In soccer, everybody's trying to win something, but it's not a winning that we are used to listen. It is financial winnings, and that is very, very bad. That is very, very bad. So don't think that or you put out the people that have 150 to 200 years old out, not making nothing bad. It is to put in VIP lounges and have good dinners and good concerts and a good life. And you put good people in football, or you will never have a solution, because every solution, it's only to be put in place when you want to survive. And then you don't make nothing very, very special, because if you put something very special, you will lose your power. And these guys are not powerful because they are very good. They are powerful because they live in a world of very mediocre people, very bad. But yeah. I believe one day, 100 years from now, I believe one day football will change.
When they're 250.
Yeah, I hope that in that day they are in.
They finally go. Huh?
The wall of a museum. Look, Ricard, right. This was the. This was the. Oh, God, take him and go. And I hope, because for sure that they don't like people that think for their heads. They don't like.